children are pushing their parents to breaking point.
Really, it is exhausting. When he's asleep, me and my wife will sort of sit there and go...
I don't want to watch a story!
If he doesn't sleep tonight, I will go mad. I really will. I'll have a breakdown.
I do not want to be hit, smacked, bitten, spat at.
Stop.
I don't want to be beaten up anymore.
What is your fury? No, I don't!
None of my kids know when to stop. They push you and push you and push you.
I don't see other kids screaming and crying like Cameron does when he can't have a toy.
Can this world-renowned parenting course help the parents turn family life around in just 2 months? This week, the families have set the task of being good to each other.
Fucking get out now!
But with kids like these,
Piss off, you little shit.
is it a challenge too far?
I can't take this anymore.
Northampton, home to the only girl on the course, Elizabeth Goldie. Age 6, she's already a bit of a handful for parents Jackie and Mark.
No, you're not going to play for 5 minutes. You sit there, please. You stay there. You're so obedient, child. There she's off.
This is a good night. This is an exceptionally good night.
Sit down.
No, Elizabeth, come on.
What do you do? What do you do?
Life with Elizabeth has never been easy. She was born 4 months early and weighed just over 1 pound. Her chances of survival were 1 in 4.
Every day was up, down, up, down, up, down. You'd get to the hospital door, you'd scrub up. And if they said to you, wait at the door, you knew there was a problem. But it could have been a problem with another child in there. There was 4 in her room. And unfortunately, as the weeks went by, the 3 of the other children that were in the room with Elizabeth all died.
One night, Elizabeth took a turn for the worse, and the Goldies were forced to make a heartbreaking decision.
Elizabeth had a very, very bad infection, and they needed to give her this drug, but we were warned of the side effects, i.e. brain damage, blind, deafness, a combination of 2 or 3. And would we let her have the drug? Of course we will let her have the drug. We don't care. Just give her the drug. Please, just don't let her stop breathing.
Elizabeth did survive, but the life-saving drug left its legacy. Elizabeth was deaf. Over the years, Jackie's found it hard to deny her anything. Elizabeth is their only child.
I became a pampering mother. I let my child do what she wants, mother, because somewhere deep down I had this awful guilt that I felt it was slightly my fault she'd been born premature. She was like this every time we went out. I'd be pleased.
I wouldn't exactly.
She's been very nice, Mark.
Gee, I know, but even so, it's still annoying to others, isn't it?
She shouldn't be doing. We spoilt her to make up for everything that she went through. And we're finding it very hard not to spoil her.
Yeah, what's going to look?
Elizabeth is profoundly deaf, but otherwise leads a totally normal life.
Don't do this to me.
She attends mainstream school and communicates by lip reading and sign language. Her parents are convinced her bad behaviour has nothing to do with her deafness.
In the early times, I thought perhaps it might have been a phase she's going through, something related to her deafness, perhaps. As time went on, you know, it got worse and worse and worse.
It's not for you. It's not for Elizabeth. Elizabeth gets angry at the word no. Simple. No book.
Refusing their daughter has become a major ordeal, and Elizabeth knows it. Shopping trips are a nightmare.
Hey, now put that back. Listen. No, you're not having anything.
No. 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 You have nothing now. That hurt. What do I do?
You know, we've tried almost everything.
And we're running out of ideas fast and furious.
Like the Goldies, all the families are desperate for change. They've pinned their hopes on Professor Matt Saunders, the creator of Triple P, a parenting course which has helped families around the world.
If I'm passionate about anything, it's a belief that parenting is the single most important job there is. And we need to be prepared for it. We need to see it as a lifelong commitment to another human being.
It's the second session and the group is ready to learn how to combat their children's bad behaviour. But Professor Saunders has got a surprise. He's turning the tables on them.
The bottom line is this: if you would like children to respect you, to speak to you civilly, to be calm, to be polite, to be friendly, to be cooperative, then you need to demonstrate those very skills yourself to them. We need to practice what we preach.
If you're going to be like this all the blinking time, crying.
For our parents, this could be a tough challenge.
I swear to God, Angus, I will smack you in a minute. OK? I know it's really pushing it, but even me. Come on.
Single mum Paula Harris works full-time. Her weekends with Angus are often more stressful than fun.
Hey, come on, you. I can come now.
Don't ever say that!
God almighty, will you let go, child?
Ouch!
I desperately try to do the right thing. I try not to shout at him. I try not to use any form of corporal punishment. I try to be strong.
Be careful now. Be careful.
Oh, my feet are on here and I jump really down.
No, you just take it easy and calmly, OK?
Home time is a particular problem for Paula.
Angus!
She wants to go, and inevitably, Angus doesn't.
Come on.
Angus,
I'm not having another scene. I'll just throw you over my shoulders in a minute. I've just said no. Every bloody child in this place is staring at you, thinking, who's the weirdo?
I'm not a weirdo.
Every single time I bring you out, constantly moaning at me. You're like the Victor Meldrew of children. You really are.
No, it's not.
Come on.
I know.
This session is about building better relationships.
Oh, whoa. OK, that's lovely. Stop.
The parents must examine their own behaviour and think of ways to be more positive with their children. We've installed cameras in their homes to monitor progress.
Can't be left in a room on your own.
In the Walls house, 5-year-old Aaron has decided to do the hoovering.
Let's just pause it there for a moment. First of all, is Aaron hoovering a problem? No. In fact, it's a desirable behaviour, is it?
I mean, hoovering. I mean, when he gets older, obviously he's got his own flat or whatever. To me, that is a life skill. Yeah.
He just chose that he wanted to do it, but at a specific time.
OK, so what we've got here is, think about it like this. A child is jumping on the couch, OK? No, we don't jump on the couch, but you can jump over here.
What I should have said is, Aaron, can you please turn it off or go and do it in another room? Thank you very much for helping doing that bit of hoovering there.
First. Say that first. Yeah. Aaron, thanks for helping with the hoovering. It's a bit noisy here. Would you mind doing it in the other room?
For the parents, it's not just about pleases and thank yous. They need to rediscover the art of praising their kids.
How many times would I, let's say, have praised my youngster over the last couple of days? And you just take an average for a day.
Maybe over the last couple of days, maybe twice, 3 times.
Over a 2-day period?
Yeah, 2 to 3 days, yeah.
So I've got to be honest with that twice.
Twice over a 2-day period?
Well, I'm more over a 3-day period.
About half a dozen times a day. He just doesn't accept it.
OK. If you simply start gradually increasing the amount of praise that your youngster receives each day, you will find a benefit. You'll find a benefit for yourself because you're actually saying positive, encouraging things to him rather than saying, don't do that, get away from there, leave that alone. and you're forcing yourself to tune into something that they're doing right. You just have to break the cycle and focus upon being more positive. Does it make sense?
The group has set the challenge of focusing on their children's good behaviour and backing this up with praise and encouragement. For Tracy and Gary Wall, the advice has struck a chord.
It's partly our fault, yeah, the way that we've treated him over the years. We didn't praise Aaron. We didn't praise him. We didn't, yeah, because we didn't think you have to, yeah. His behaviour is not going to change until me and you change.
Exactly.
Yeah, until me and you change. It's going to be hard because we've been at it for years, yeah? It's like a set routine, yeah? And it's going to be really difficult for me and my wife to change.
At this week's course, the parents were asked to be nicer to their children and to encourage good behaviour.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
By giving them lots of praise.
I'm here now, I'm here, look, lovely boy.
But with naughty kids,
Aaron!
Could be a tall order.
You have to stop crying, Angus, OK? I'm on the end of my tether here.
Wait. Elizabeth.
In Hertfordshire, single mother Paula Harris is struggling to stay positive with son Angus.
I've been trying my best the past 2 days to just completely ignore this type of behaviour, and as soon as he shuts up, praising him and telling him that he's really good.
How's that been?
It is difficult because he's so attention-seeking all the time. Constantly wants to be the centre of attention. It has been working. It has been working.
She's trying to stay focused.
Come on, please be a good boy.
And has decided to see if praising him will make a difference to her shopping trip.
Put your chair in. Put your feet in. It's always a challenge going shopping, always, because I never know if he's going to be good or whether he's going to run away, whether he's going to have a tantrum or whether he's just going to walk around and hold on to the trolley. It's like playing roulette or Russian roulette. You really don't know what barrel you're going to get. Can you please stop it, Angus? Or you won't even get so much as a Milky Way out of me, OK? That's a really good boy. Well done, you. You're being ever so good sitting there quietly. You little doggy. This is really good. Do you know something? I'm really enjoying myself today. This is a pleasure to go out shopping with you like this. You're being ever so good sitting there. You're going to be a good boy for the rest of the journey. It's like a little Buddha, isn't he? There would have been a time where by now I would have snapped by now and we would have had an argument. I know. That's a nice one. Let's have the blue one. That's a good boy. This has been one of the best shopping trips I've had in absolutely ages because I've got no one here with me. I haven't got my mum or my sister or anyone helping me. No, we don't want those. So if you could put those back, it's amazing. Okay,
shopping may have been a success, but will Paula's positive outlook last the day? At the Wall household in Essex, things haven't been going quite as smoothly. For Gary and Tracy, juggling their 4 children has never been easy. But son Aaron's violent tantrums are pushing them to breaking point.
Stop it now. Stop it.
Since the session, Gary's really taken Professor Saunders' advice on board.
Right, don't break my knee, will you? Aaron, thank you very much for getting in the car nicely, OK? All right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for getting out the car nicely. Thank you very much. That's it. Thank you very much, Aaron. You've done well there, son. Thank you. Just an eye-opener, yeah, that we've been doing something basically wrong, yeah, because we were in the wrong. We should have praised him up more for when he does right.
But it's proving harder for mum Tracy, who just can't see past her son's bad behaviour.
How many times this week have you praised Aaron?
2. What's that say? What's that say, Dad?
Look at him like that.
The reason I was laughing with Tracy,
yeah?
Because there's been times when Tracy hasn't praised him because he's been naughty, yeah? It's like his behaviour.
Go away!
Tracy, don't keep him going.
When he's saying things to me, I'll say no.
Just try and ignore it. I know it's hard.
I just sort of find it really hard because of his behaviour and everything like that. If he was to sort of, yes, you know, OK, don't be so bad with me, then I'd probably get on with him as well.
Now fucking get out, now! Leave the fucking freezer alone!
For Jackie Goldie in Northampton, her challenge this week is to praise Elizabeth without caving into her demands. And without Dad Mark's help.
Oh, aren't you really? Oh, right, this will be fun. She says no books. Where's she going to stick to her guns this time? Who do you find?
I've got no money. Sorry. No, I've got no money. I'm sorry.
Don't look at me.
No, I'm sorry. Put it back. Mummy, put it back.
No, put it back yourself.
Put it back, please.
Now, put it back, please. Is she putting it back?
Yes.
Good girl. Good girl. Thank you for putting the milky book back.
The magazines may be forgotten, but now the sweet counter beckons. And this isn't going to be easy.
Don't be a naughty girl. Bad little lass, isn't ya?
Hey, no.
Elizabeth, we're putting here, so we're finished.
Jackie stands firm, and they manage to leave the shop without giving in. It's an important breakthrough, but Jackie's finding the aftermath hard to handle.
Can you hear her in the background? She's still distraught over not having her own way. And to Elizabeth, she doesn't understand it, and it's been my fault all along. But if she points to something, a game or a toy she wants, then I will buy it for her, if I think she needs it. But unfortunately, I've had it in my mind that she needs everything. And she doesn't.
At the Walls, relations between Tracy and son Aaron are at an all-time low.
Put the fucking chocolate away!
Aaron!
Piss off, you little shit!
Yeah, piss.
Professor Saunders is becoming increasingly concerned. He decides to make a call to check up on Tracy.
Hi, is that Tracy? How have you been going on the praising of him, trying to catch him doing the right thing?
He weren't too bad, actually.
So, not too bad, or was he actually, did he respond positively to it?
He did respond positive to him, so...
OK. If we just focus in on sort of the catching him doing the right thing...
Right.
OK, now, is he being OK right now?
He's being OK at the moment, actually, because he's like laying on the floor doing like sort of some screwing, building in, not done anything or followed his little brother to go and attack him, so...
Good, I tell you what, this is a perfect time to just put down the phone and go over to him and say, thanks, Aaron, for letting Mummy talk on the phone. It's nice to see you playing well. How about you do that right now and come back and tell me how it's gone?
Right, OK then, right.
It's a screw like that. See?
It's good one.
No, it's
Aaron.
monkey wrench.
Thank you, Aaron, for playing nicely while Mummy was talking on the phone.
Right.
He just looked at me and laughed.
Well done, Tracy. That's a good start.
I put the phone down, I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I've just written down what he's actually told me to do. So obviously, you know, I'm going to try and see if I can praise him between now and before Saturday comes, which is probably going to be hard, but I'll probably have to try and do it.
Evening is approaching, and for Paula Harris, it's time for her biggest challenge, getting Angus to bed without a fight.
Oh, stop it, Angus.
Usually, it's the time she dreads most.
It's gone 11 o'clock. Oh, stop it, Angie. Go to bed. I can't handle this anymore. I really can't. I can't take this anymore. I'm exhausted beyond reason. Pick them up then.
I don't.
Now, you're not having this on tonight.
No!
No, you stop.
Angus has the hyperactivity disorder ADHD. by night time, his medication is wearing off.
No! Oh, Angus, God almighty, you have to stop this. This is ridiculous. Then get away from it now.
Half an hour into bedtime, and Paula's good mood from shopping has all but disappeared.
I'm in one now seriously fucking bad mood now, I really am. If he doesn't sleep tonight, I will go mad. I really will. I'll have a breakdown.
But this evening, she's attempting a different tack. Instead of leaving Angus in front of a video, she's going to spend some quality time with him and try reading him to sleep.
What's a video?
No. You can have a story tonight. Try and...
I don't want to watch a story.
Why is it a big fight every time? Now, don't be all flippant on me and pretend to read it.
Paula's finding it hard, but she soldiers on.
Can you help? Very good. That's excellent. That is really, really good. A cowardly bat, a donkey and a foolish wolf. He said, as you can see, I am a relative of the mouse. Please allow me to join your animal according to his own convenience. Will end up without friends. And Bella stayed with him for a long time. They read stories to each other, and for the first time in a long time, the beast was very, very happy. I love it when he's like this. I'm stunned. I actually got him off to sleep like that. I forgot that I can do it. It just takes a bit of time. But still, wow.
Let's go. Let's go.
Next time, discipline.
No.
Who's winning the battle?
And don't you dare move. Sit there and you
And who's losing it?
You're a fucking tall little shit.